It don't matter what I'm feeling like. I know I'ma be alright. As long as I got you, I'ma be okay. Tell you when and where you there on site. No, you never leave my side. Got a feeling I'ma be alright. No, I know trouble don't last. Devil try to steal my joy like a thief in the night. Yeah, it don't matter what I'm feeling like. I know I'ma be alright. As long as I got you, I'ma be okay. Tell you when and where you there on site. No, you never leave my side. Got a feeling I'ma be alright. No, I know trouble don't last. Devil try to steal my joy like a thief in the night. My day's gonna be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. My night's gonna be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. My week's gonna be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. My month's gonna be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It don't matter what it's looking like. I walk by faith, not by sight. As long as I got you, you gon' look ahead. You hold me down like a traffic light. No weapon formed against me. If you're for me, who's against me? No devil can't hold me down. You know it's gonna be joy if you weep in the night. It's gonna be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. My night's gonna be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. My week's gonna be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. My month's gonna be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Somebody's going through a lot of pain, a lot of pain. Can you help me out? Bring brighter days, brighter days. Somebody's thinking about running the race, and they don't know if they can see another day. But my day's gonna be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, my night's gonna be beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, my week's gonna be beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah. We're back. What's going on, everybody? What's up? Something different for the intro, you know what I'm saying? What's going on, everybody? Here's another episode of Above What You Day To with the one and only
Nikki
my lapel.
V. Oh, your lapel.
My lapel done fell and everything.
You rhyming. Okay.
Yeah, the lapel for Nikki V, right?
Like, wait, what?
Nikki V and definitely Preacher definitely in the building, man. So welcome to another episode of it, man. You know what I'm saying? Clap it up, like we always do, man. Hope you guys are doing well, you know what I'm saying? You know, having fun, whatever the case may be. Hope life has been good to you. You know what I'm saying? I got this no salt and pepper thing going on in my head, and it's matching the outfit right now. So
It is.
it's craziness, man. That's what kids would do to you. And speaking of that, that's a great segue, man.
Good
Because
segue.
yes. Because this episode, first of all, this episode is gonna be kind of deep.
All kinds of stuff going on with me.
It's gonna
Go ahead.
I know you good.
No, thank
I told you got that
Appreciate
Tina
it.
Turner Thunderdome.
He would talk about that.
So if anybody remember like Mad Max,
I used to love that
Tina
movie.
Turner was the villain in that with Mel Gibson. That's the ponytail that Tina Turner had.
You really don't talk about ponytail.
No, but it's good. It's a good look of what I'm saying. But you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Tina Turner. You know what I'm saying? All that great stuff. But yeah, very heavy episode today, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
You know, I know how some of y'all like to run from the heavy topics and y'all fill up the room with you know, when we having fun. But hey, man, that's
I'm so ready for these comments. I'm so ready for them.
Yes.
Because I know they are going to be really, really crazy this night.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna be talking about shacking, and we're also gonna be talking about basically children. You know, can they break up or destroy a relationship or marriage? Okay. But before we get into all of that, man, listen, Nikki V, how you feeling?
I am feeling absolutely fantastic.
The end. All right. So
How are you feeling?
I'm all right. It's been listen. I ain't gonna, it's been, that's it. I'm not gonna even sure because I'm pretty sure y'all can see it on our face. Like, yo, it's something going on. Not something going on like between us, but it's just like, it's been a week. It's been one of those. Have you ever had like one of those like those weeks that's been like super productive, and it's like you can't even take a moment just to breathe.
Right.
It's been one of those overwhelming, productive type of weeks. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure you guys been through that, and it's a lot. But yet we're still here. they say old people say we yet alive. We still here. So
that's right. And thank God for it. Thank
Yes.
God that the week is pretty much almost done. I am happy about that. I know you are. So
woo!
we're ready. We're ready for
Man, y'all
what
know.
that weekend. This weekend needs to
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's time.
And-
It's time to just kind of relax. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? And I think that's what it is. And another good segue, when you have so much going on, whether it's, family, kids, work, extra acts, other things that we're doing,
Right.
like all of that stuff just plays a significant role, and it can take a toll on you sometimes. So I'm going to say this because I'm saying it to myself as I'm saying it to you all. We all for real just need to breathe. There are times we just have to breathe.
Amen. That's very true. That's very true. That's very true. That's very true. No, that's facts. That's facts because you get overwhelmed with not just your personal your personal responsibilities,
Yeah.
if you will,
Yeah.
but you have to be the best employee.
Woo!
You have to be the best parent.
Woo!
You have to be the best church member.
Woo!
You know what I mean? You have to be the best at something else, and you're being pulled from as far as the east is from the west and the
Yeah.
north is from the south. But who is putting you back together?
That
You know
part.
what I'm saying? Who is, we check in on everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How you doing? How you doing? But who's checking in on you?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? When was the last time you checked in on you? When was the last time you checked in on yourself?
He's
When was the
preaching,
last time you
he's
checked in on your
preaching.
health?
That's
You know
it.
what I'm saying? So
And
that's
health is very important.
Yes, it is.
Please
Yes, it is.
take care
Yes,
of
it is.
yourselves. If I know there's a lot of people that's out there right now that do not believe in going to doctors, that do not believe
y'all
in getting checked up.
Y'all
Please, I think our good friend JS3 had even mentioned that about men getting their prostate checked and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Please do
Yeah.
these women. Listen, get our breasts checked. Make sure everything is good. Just get that so that you know that you're in a good bill of health.
That's right, man. Go ahead and do that. Go ahead and get that bend over action in the camera up the rectum. It is what it is, but that's what's gonna happen. So I mean, that's what's gonna happen. So, but it's a must. It's needed. If you ain't gonna do it for yourself,
Why
do it for
did we
your
start? You see,
Hey.
we're only probably not even
Hey.
8 minutes into the show.
I
We're not
call
even a good 10 minutes in.
I call it like.
And he's already acting up. You see how you guys have to
Let's
see
talk-
what I have to deal with?
Go ahead and talk about your book.
Oh, okay. Thank you. You still okay? So the book we're talking about this. I believe this is still mental. Which month is this? Mental Health
It's
Awareness Month. No, I know September is a different month too.
Wow.
And I apologize, you guys, right now. Like I said, my brain has been everywhere this week. But please just remember to love yourself enough. Starting your self-love journey. That is what this book is all about. It is. It doubles also as a workbook. So yeah, it's holding you accountable for certain things. It's going to ask you, for example, I have check-ins in this book, which, just checking in with yourself, making sure that you're on the right track to having some positive mental health. So it's still available on Amazon. And thank you guys for purchasing, because I have had purchases, and thank you so much. I have not had the time to even go on social media to just give a thank you like I normally do. I apologize for that, but I'm thanking you now. Okay? Thank you so much, and keep it going and sharing.
Amen. Yeah. Shout out to Nikki V for having her book, man. Make sure you guys definitely support that. Speaking of supporting other order of business, please got a new episode out of the Takeover.
That last one was good.
Oh wow, I appreciate it.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
that was really
Matter of fact, let the people know that again. Say it again.
That last episode was really good. I'm not just saying it because you know what I'm saying. I'm saying it because it's really good. Quality. I love the music. The song choice that you always have is really, and it always seems to kind of touch. Certain songs always seem to just relate to what's going on.
Oh wow.
That's usually whenever I'm listening to it. It's different.
Right.
There are different songs, but for some reason the songs always relate.
Let me elaborate on what she's talking about. So the Takeover, like I said, is my other podcast under the Life Show Media umbrella, and this is
award nominated. Sorry,
yes, 2-time award nominated.
Yeah.
Yes. But it is my top 5 countdown podcast that I do monthly. And I just play various of artists and various of music leading up to the top 5 countdown. And then after we do the top 5 countdown, we do the worship song of the month. And this month of September, the worship song of the month was Kirk Franklin's "Something About the Name Jesus."
Oh.
And
that's what the rants have.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that's one of my all-time favorite songs. I used to sing that to my granny. I used to sing before her passing, and
yeah, that was my mom's favorite song. So that was
really,
yeah, right. It was. So that was my way of dedicating that, to her, and we just and I just felt the need. I was being pulled to play that song on the takeover because we have to, remember that despite of it all, we just talked about being pulled from left to right, and just being overwhelmed. But it's something about the name Jesus. It's something about when we call on the name Jesus, that's where we get our strength from.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? That's where we get our power from. You know what I'm saying? So we have to we always remember this, man. When you're connected to the power, man, you're gonna always be powerful. God is the power. He's our source.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So stay connected to him so you won't be powerless.
The crystals aren't. God is.
Ooh, she with it. Yes, right. That's very true. So I know we're talking a lot, but we just promoting our product because we just don't want we appreciate the support of this podcast, but with you, but we still have other things going on that we need your support in. So again, like I said, the takeover is on Spotify, it's on Apple Podcasts. It is now starting next month in October. It will be on iHeartRadio. So right. Oh yeah, I didn't tell you. My bad. My bad. So, yes. The takeover.
That got my energy all the way up.
Yes.
I'm so proud of you.
But thank you. Okay, thank you. Yeah. So that was the breaking news. Yeah. So that's huge, y'all. That's huge. iHeartRadio is huge. So yes, again, the takeover is on all podcasts. All you gotta do is type in the takeover with DJ Preach, and it will come up.
You know what? You were on the timeout.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm on the timeout, guys. So
I didn't know. You guys have to understand. Like we collab and stuff. We talk all the time. So it's like, okay, this was a shocker surprise, but I like good surprises. So I'm good. That was awesome.
Yeah, like I said.
Like this
overwhelming week. So I didn't have time to tell anybody, but I'm telling everybody on the podcast now. Other than that, the takeover, that's the top 5 countdown, and also the extension of the takeover is right here on the Live Show TV, which is called the Takeover Interview, when I'm interviewing various artists and when
are you gonna be interviewed? I think I should be the one to interview. What y'all think?
Whenever people invite me on their shows, but most people,
I'm inviting you on our platform to interview you.
I mean, I can do this. Yeah, you can definitely do that. But to go back to your first question, when I'm gonna be interviewed, whenever people invite me on their show.
They're afraid of what you're gonna say.
Whoo! See, you said it. See, if I had said it, it would have. You said it.
You guys are afraid. Don't be afraid.
You said it.
He's not.
You said it.
He is very he's not gonna be violent and stuff like we always play around about. He just gonna speak the truth. And my thing is, if you can't handle the truth,
and that's why they don't have me on their show right now. That's why because they so it's all good. But to God be the glory. There's always room in the kingdom. Amen. So you know what I'm saying. I'll have to be subjected to
one. Just have to be interviewed on your platform.
And that's why I created this platform. So I don't have to wait for somebody else to interview me. I'm already anyway. Let's move forward.
But before we move forward, I have to say this. Unity Tour. I have to give a shout out.
Yes.
Because they were at Seed Planners. This was about a couple of weeks now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but that was the last big event for me that I went to. So shout out to Jehovah Jams Records. Okay. Because they do support us.
Yes, they do.
And
yes, they do.
I just want to give
all of them.
JS3 February.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
DJ Network, Country Biscuit, Just Be DOG. You got all of them. Oh, those beautiful ladies. I told them I was going to shout them out. Life.
Go ahead.
Ladies in Full Effect. The Royal, I forgot his name.
Royal Knight.
Royal Knight.
Yes. Yeah.
All of these wonderful artists. I'm forgetting one because it was the minister and who is the other guy with the son? Oh, geez. I'm so sorry. Your name is escaping me at this moment. But everyone was phenomenal.
Yes, it were.
Absolutely phenomenal. And of course, we had our own wonderful DJ Preach that was there on the ones and twos, okay? Keeping everything, together and running smoothly. So we can never forget about you.
God is good.
Okay. So I just wanted to say everyone did phenomenal. It was a great hallelujah time. So thank you so much for that. And they're just phenomenal. And I always want to shout them out.
Amen. And I'm glad. I'm sorry, guys. That went over my head, like I said, overwhelming week. But she picked it up, and thank you, guys, for inviting me on that tour. You know what I'm saying? Awesome. Phenomenal tour. Oh, shout out to DJ Matt for them lights, bro.
DJ Matt.
You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. He's on the team.
Awesome.
He's on the team. He did the lighting for Kino Fuego, and he also did the lighting for the Unity tour at Sea Planets Madonna. But that's my guy. He's on the team with the Light Show Media, and he's gonna be doing the lights forever until God be like, hey, it's time to go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
You just gonna tell the man on the platform?
Oh, we already had a talk, so I'm not telling that man. See? See? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because you on you kind of big,
Listen, I handle,
you got iHeart Radio and carrying on going on. I didn't know.
I just handle
I
business.
see.
I handle keeping business. Sometimes God say you just gotta move in silence, man. And that's what I've been doing. I've been moving in silence. So that's it.
Okay, well, and that took up about a good 16 minutes.
Yes, it has. Yes, so but it was needed.
It was well needed.
It needed.
It really was.
But yeah.
No, go ahead. Because what?
No, that was it.
I was going to also say, before we segue, even in you guys' comments, I want to remind you, because I also had a meeting with the lawyers, okay? Please make sure you don't have any names in the comments.
Oh, Lord.
Don't think that just because you're not speaking, saying anything verbally about, anybody or saying names, do not, please, if you're sharing in the comments amongst each other, you can say your ex, you can say your last two exes, whatever you want to say, but please make sure you refrain from using names, okay?
Don't use names, and don't use pinpoint like locations or towns.
Oh,
so
yeah,
what I mean by that is you can say like my ex, I reside in Atlanta. You can say that,
right?
But don't be like my ex and we used to live in Decatur.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because now it's narrowing it down.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Yeah. So we got to keep it broad, if you will. So.
And people will look at that and they'll put two and two together. People are
and don't be like, my ex from my old job at CVS or something like that. Don't even name the job. Don't even name the church.
Please.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well, if they want to shout out their church, they can, right?
They can, but I'm saying if you're telling the story.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. You can't be like, my ex from blah, blah, blah church indicator. That's on 4700 blah, blah, blah Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? You can't break it down like that.
Don't do that.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you don't want to give too much detail because then, it's a lot of stuff, man. I didn't know there's a lot of laws out here.
It's a lot of laws, and so we were reminded of that. So I was just putting that out there.
Yes, please. Thank you.
The comments.
Thank you.
And I know people were talking about the last time. Also, the last time we were here, we had asked you guys about live. Again, things got so overwhelming. Please keep in mind, we have our own individual lives, jobs, everything. Like I said, family. So please just keep that in mind. We wanted to go live like 2 Thursdays ago, but it was so much going on. So thank you guys for your patience. Please just know that we're here and we're gonna, guys, as long as the good Lord keeps us here, we're gonna be here. So but just please,
we're gonna be here.
Okay.
All right, let's get to our first topic because we're already 20 minutes late.
Okay. So first topic, shacking up. Is this still a thing? Is it still a thing? In season 1, we had talked about this, and a few of you guys had actually reminded me. You DM me, you would text me, and you would ask me, hey, what happened to the subject about shacking up? And I was like, oh my gosh. I'm like, okay, you know what? I completely forgot. So I did reach out to Preach, and he was like, really? We're still even doing that? Is that even a thing? It's 2023.
Right.
Is it really? And I was like, well.
But the people, there's some guests who like, hey, you owe us this.
Right. And I was like, well, I didn't even think you guys really care. I mean, you know. Yeah. But you know what? Is it a thing to you?
If I ask the question, is it a thing? To me, no. I don't think shacking is a thing anymore.
Okay. So here's my thing, right? I'm just, because I have to play advocate.
Okay, please.
So
please. Let's get it.
Let's go back to the origin of shacking. The origin of shacking, as our grandmamas and all them, the generations prior to us, right?
Right.
It was because they did not want us to have premarital sex.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Okay. So.
Right.
People have just like, okay, you know what? If you're gonna have it, you're gonna have it. Whether you're in a room, whether you're in a house with someone, whether you're living with someone,
you're gonna have sex regardless, yo.
Basically, you're gonna have it if you want to have it.
Right.
Okay. But now I want to bring something up because I'm playing advocate, but I also still have a little of my feelings into this.
Okay.
So just hear me out.
Yeah.
So people who are in the church who know God, though, right? Mm-hmm. These are our preachers, our teachers. Okay.
Right.
I'm finding now we're really quick. Now hear me out. Now people don't throw no stones at me yet. Remember, I'm being an advocate too. A lot of us who are Christians, who are big believers in our faith, we know what is right, we know what is wrong. Mm-hmm. We have a tendency to turn the other cheek when it comes to things that we want to turn the other cheek on. Now, if it's same sex, everybody's like, nah, you can't be doing that. Okay. And I'm not, and again, just hear me out now. If it's other things like, oh no, you're not supposed to be murdering, you're not supposed to be, okay, fine. When it comes to sex, we don't have a tendency to do that. We have a tendency to just kind of be like, oh, it's going to happen, we all fall short. Right? And that's what happens. We all fall short. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm trying. I'm a work in progress. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, mm-hmm. But it's, I can't help it, and I get that, right? Mm-hmm. And we all do fall short. But here's my thing. We all know that God is so amazing. He gives us grace. You know what I'm saying? Does that mean that we actually get a pass on this? So I'm going to the origin because, like I said, that was the whole thing, to not have premarital sex. But that doesn't mean that just because we're, in the church and we are of, his word and trying not to be of the world, that it means that we get a pass and have the freedom to sin however we want to sin.
Facts. Because
I feel like that's what a lot of us do. If we're going to come up here and say, well, I'm a this and I'm that, and you are. Mm. You could be a prophet, you could be, an amazing pastor, an amazing, deacon, an amazing, firstly, everything, right? But does that mean that you get a pass? No. The idea of his love, his grace, and his mercy is so that we can continue doing what we know is right. Right? So my thing is, that was reasonably, we can always, of course, repent and things of that nature, but that still doesn't give us that pass. So to pretty much ungodliness, right?
Right.
So I'm just saying, I can see why in the beginning, our grandmamas and big mamas and whoever's mamas and aunties and mamas and everybody else was saying, nah, I don't think y'all should, don't live together first because, they were
trying to save us from ourselves.
They were trying to save us from ourselves. But now, I know, I'm not speaking I know some preachers that are single and they are living with preachers now, pastors that are living with their significant others. They're not married. They're not married.
Yeah.
And it's weird because it's so weird because they don't want people to. Yeah, I'm saying it. They don't. They don't want people to know,
right?
Because it's nobody's business, okay? But yet still they're doing that, and I'm like, why don't y'all just get married? I mean, y'all been together. What's the point? Here's my thing. That's what I wanted to say about that, about being an advocate. I just wanted to kind of throw that out there. Now, I know you're probably going to respond to that because I have my own personal as well. But what do you have to say about what I just said?
I don't. Again, shocking. Shocking is. I'm trying to figure out why this is still a thing.
I mean, some people don't feel comfortable though.
Who's the people that don't feel comfortable?
The people who are really trying to make an effort to have their walk with God. I'm being honest. There are some people out there.
Okay.
They even have. I'm just gonna say this real quick.
Yeah.
I forgot the organization, but while as you know, we're all dating and stuff. There's actually organizations now where it's like a matchmaking, like a dating, Christian dating, but you are not to have, it's abstinence. And it's actually Black owned. And they are abstaining from sex until they both feel like they're married. Let
me ask this question. Mm-hmm. Because every time we mention shacking, and you're getting ready to prove you already have proved my point of what I'm getting ready to say. Mm-hmm. Every time we talk about shacking, why do we always associate it with sex?
Because, like I said, that, in my opinion, sorry guys, I'm drinking water.
But there are couples out there,
yeah,
who are actually living together,
yeah,
and not sleeping in the same room.
True.
Who are not having sex,
but the temptation is there. I'm just going back to the origin.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
I've been married and have slept in a different room.
Oh Lord,
we're not gonna go there. I'm gonna walk away from myself in a minute.
I think with the whole shacking origin was what I said earlier, protecting us from ourselves and not putting us
having babies
and not falling into the temptations of what could happen.
Correct.
But it's all about the perspective of a person.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's true. Not here's my thing. I can't live. I'm sorry to interrupt. No, I can't live if I know me, right? Okay, cool.
So you
parents are watching. Listen.
So you say you got to get screws in your bed every night from Home Depot? Is that what you're saying? This is why people don't invite me on this show, because I'm gonna ask the question, bro. I'm gonna say what I say. I said what I said, and I said what I meant. Man, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, so like I said, it's all about the perspective of a person, man.
Okay.
It's all about how strong those individuals are. You know what I'm saying? If you're really adamant about not having sex, but yet we can live together under one roof, because let's be honest, people, let me break this down to you. All right?
Boy.
If we can be perfectly honest, if you know that you guys can live together and be in harmony, of course, there's going to be some riffraff here and there. That's just what comes with the territory of a relationship. Yeah. But if you believe that you guys are fit for each other, you know, everything is all loose ends are tied, family done met each other, y'all moving with each other. Listen, I say, why not do it? Because everything is expensive right now. I don't like it's like I'm looking at it from a financial point of view. Because we already gave the relationship point of view. We already know that we love each other. We already know that we like each other a lot. We done met the family. We done did all of this. All right. So if you look at a financial standpoint, listen, it is very hard in today's economy for one person to be taking care of a household by themselves.
That's very interesting. You said that.
By themselves. Now a lot of people gonna flip this and be like, well, you know what? I'd rather do it by myself and have a peace of mind. We're not talking to you. We're not talking to you. We're talking to those individuals who want to be together, who love each other, whose end game is to marry each other. But right now, with the circumstances that it is, we're willing to move in with each other, not only just because we love each other, but we're going to help each other out all the way around, even in the financial part of life. And that's, you get yours, I get mine. We're still living together. We're still on perfect comedy here. And why not?
I'm going to be an advocate for that. Because here's how I know some people are thinking, and I know a few people right offhand who's probably looking at this right now. Finance.
Mm-hmm.
It also makes sense financially speaking.
Yeah.
You can get more benefits being a married couple than you can by cohabitating with one another. So
That's
why not go ahead then and just get married and go instead of just cohabitating, because you can get a lot more benefits if you're going from a financial perspective.
So this is your second time mentioning marriage.
No, I'm just saying.
But who is rushing into the marriage if they're not ready at that moment to be married?
But here's the thing: if you're living together, marriage is living together. If you already said if you already laid down the foundation, you said that you love the person, mm-hmm. you guys love each other, mm-hmm. you have your families and everybody have met, everybody is cool with one another. Why not?
So
what now is the problem with you getting married versus just cohabitating?
Watch this. Let me catch you. Let me catch you right here. You keep putting marriage in it, right?
Yes.
And I'm talking about finance.
Okay.
If we're not ready to be married financially, you okay with going to the courthouse?
Yeah.
Even though you want your wedding, but you okay going to the courthouse?
A lot of people. Okay, so you're talking to a woman that the second marriage, that's what I did. You're talking to a woman that the first marriage. The first wedding, let me say, because there's a difference between a wedding and a marriage.
Okay.
I'm talking about marriage.
Yes, it is.
I've never been one to get hung up on a wedding.
Okay.
Now, both cases, both of my weddings were small. I already told you guys know the last time we talked, my first wedding. My first wedding was in my parents' backyard. Okay. I was miscarrying at the time. I mean, it was a very interesting situation. Okay. It was small. It was only just like our friends there, mm-hmm. pretty much. You know how the mothers do. So, it was invited and stuff. Some of and that was that.
Right.
It wasn't even, as a matter of fact, I want to say it wasn't even 50. It wasn't even 40 people there. My second one for me, right? It was a court, right? Signed the stuff, whatever, and then it was like pretty much like, I guess you can say, like, I was trying to be nice, and I'm not going to go into detail because I know that would give stuff away for people who know me. And they can see on that social media, because when you try to delete stuff, sometimes it don't get deleted. But I will say this: we had something months later, and it was still small, just for the family to do, so that the families, like whoever could come with, and it was still small. I'm talking about, it wasn't even, I think it was like 35 people.
So for all of that you just said.
Yeah.
Because you just gave me, you just gave me a book out the Bible. Okay. Now, with all that you just said,
I can't stand him. But I'm giving my experience.
Right, and I appreciate that.
Because everybody always thinks it has to be a huge, lavish wedding for people. And again, if you know the person, just like you were talking about, we're both strong and we're both, in love and this and that and the other. Okay, it's not about, some people it's not about the whole wedding. You can do that and then get married later. I mean, get a thing later.
Okay, so for you, it doesn't matter about the wedding. But for
the other people, it might.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yes.
So what happens to the people? What happens to that woman who wants a wedding?
Plans for it. But what I'm saying is this: that don't mean you have to stop. Actually, that does not mean you can't go to a court. Okay. And I know some people are going to put this in the comments. If you guys are out there want to spend a whole house for a wedding, so be it. Mm-hmm. I've never saw the need for that, and I always thought that was kind of, this is just my opinion, I always thought that was kind of dumb to have all this instead of doing something like maybe investing with each other, then to do like a vacation rental property or something else that's going to generate more funds.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
If you don't already have a house or something, you can do that. So I never understood why. So I have people that I know who have gotten married, and they did spend a whole bunch. Now that's their business.
They still married?
No, they're not.
Okay, continue.
But it was their business. That's what they wanted to do. That's what they wanted to do. I always thought, okay, something simple is fine. I never understood why, and this is just me.
Yeah.
If you're gonna live together and you're gonna be like husband and wife anyway, you're under the same roof. You're talking about bills, so you're already doing the whole financial aspect of what you would do in a marriage. Why not just go ahead and get the thing signed and say, okay, you know what?
Because maybe the couples are saving up for a wedding.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just going to the courthouse. So while you are saving up
and
you're living together.
Why we have to rush to go to a courthouse if we're saving up for a wedding?
Okay. That's fine. I'm just saying, because while you're there in the house together and you're I'm not gonna say shacking, but you're in the house
that's what
together.
it is though, because that's what we're talking about.
I'm gonna use the word cohabitate.
Nah, don't move the goalpost down.
Right. I can't see my pinky. Pinky up. I wish this was like a nice glass of like wine or Chardonnay. Okay, I'm gonna say. Right? Okay. We are cohabitating. So why not? If you're in the same space anyway, what freaking difference does it make for you to have that little piece of paper to say, okay, look, while we're saving for our wedding, right? Because there are some men out there, by the way, who want a lavish wedding, which is very interesting to me, but I have seen it with my own eyes. There are men out there that are like, nah, I want this, because I ain't doing this no more. And this was going to be. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's different, But they actually did just going ahead. They're like, well, we're going to go ahead and live together anyway. We can already be married. No biggie. I just don't see what the big deal is. That's me. Now, other people do, because I think sometimes it's the pressure. It's the pressure because of the idea of this person is now my husband. This woman is now my wife. But my thing is this. If you're going to go ahead and cohabitate anyway, why not? Why not? You're pretty much living as if you are husband and wife. Why not just have a little piece of paper that's going to say that? I know people who did it and didn't even have no rings. Because they're just like, look, we're living together anyway. We might as well. This is our end game anyway. We might as well.
I would say the end game, yes, I agree with you. The end game is marriage. But
not a wedding, marriage. There's a difference.
Right. But the right now,
okay,
may not be the wedding of her dreams. You know what I'm saying?
You're going back to wedding, and I'm talking about marriage. And I think that's what the problem is too for a lot of couples. People are so hung up on the wedding aspect that they're forgetting the marriage is what I want. I want a marriage. Listen, wedding is nice. One of my sisters was like, oh my gosh, look, this is something that would be so cute one day for you, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you know what? Absolutely. But I enjoyed being married. Marriage is different from a wedding. A wedding is a one-day event that, let's be real with you, okay? You and I, let's be real. That one-day event is really about getting everybody together so that they can celebrate who's the new husband and wife being joined together as one.
Get free food.
And give free food. Because some of y'all don't have no wedding etiquette and don't want to have no gifts.
Oh, wow.
You can't go. But that's just me. I always bring a gift when I'm invited to. Anywho, okay. But what I'm saying is people are hung up on the wedding versus being married. I love
this new Nikki.
I'm just being honest.
Take it. Love it. Go.
I'm done with him. I'm just saying though. So I think that people's perspectives have to change. A wedding is just that one day. A marriage is a lifetime.
Yes, it is.
I'm looking for a marriage. I want to be a wife because I'm designed to be one. I have it in me anyway to be one.
A wedding.
The wedding is cool. Yeah, okay, we're going to dance, we're going to do it. And then it's over.
I just wanted to say this.
Go ahead, because I'm done.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. I'm done with the whole thing.
A wedding is a ceremony. A marriage is a full-time job.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And if you're willing to put in the work for it, again, instead of the cohabitating, I'm just saying, why not?
So as soon as I said that, they're already working together while they're together quote unquote shacking.
Okay, that's still not being married though. That's being shacking. That's shacked up for the person.
Again, time will come for the wedding that you keep talking about.
I'm not talking about a wedding. You are saying wedding in your head. I'm saying marriage this whole time.
But you're trying to put you want to put the label of marriage on these two people to certify that they're together. This is what you're
not at all. I'm just saying, what's the big deal if that's it? If you already love each other and I'm going by what you said earlier. Mm-hmm. You have all the bells and whistles completed. All the checks are there. Okay. We're now living together. Let's say they're like, oh, maybe we can do that. I'm just saying, why not? That way you don't have to sleep in those separate rooms. Let's be real. You already got that's the goal anyway. Mm-hmm. If you already feel like, and I know some people that have done that, and they're still married to this day, 25 years later, right? Because they were like, the wedding came. Sure enough, they did the court. They were already married. They were living together. A year later, they had the wedding that they wanted because they saved up. But they were already married. It worked for them. It's a few of them that's like that.
I would say this in closing of this particular topic.
Oh, you gonna just close the topic? You feeling uncomfortable, Preach?
Oh no, not at all. Not at all. I'm good. God is good as all the time. Listen, I'm good. But in closing, what Nikki V is basically saying to you guys is that once you're shacking, the clock is ticking. You need to be married or you're going to hell. That's what she's saying. What Preacher's saying, I said, y'all taking your time.
No.
You're doing everything that you have to do. You already put it in the work. All right. And you will work to the end game, which is the end game is to be married and to be one. But right now, we are working. We are grinding. You know what I'm saying? We're taking care of each other. We don't have the title of husband and wife. But we do have the title of working together. I love her. She loves me. We're working together. We're building. So once we do solidify, once we do have the ceremony to become married, we already know what we're doing.
All I'm saying is this. He's not going to speak for me. You're absolutely right. I didn't say to rush into anything. You guys should take your time, period. No matter what you decide to do. Take your time either way. I'm just saying, if you are going to live together, it's no harm in you doing that. Now, you guys can leave in the comments what you actually feel, because I know you're going to do that anyway, and we love you for it, okay? Yes, but that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying rush. I'm just saying take your time either way. But if you are going to... And
y'all don't be biased either, because I know all of y'all are going to like, I agree with Nikki V. We understand.
No, I don't think so. I think there are going to be some people a lot of people that's going to agree with you.
No, they're not. Yeah. No, they're not.
They're going to think it's okay. And they're going to...
You know why they're going to disagree? You know why they're not going to agree with me? Because yours was more spiritual led. Yours was more, the whole shocking, Lisa temptation, Lisa sex, and then you go down this path of... So
but you brought up valid points, because you know what? I do know some people that have done the whole living separately in the rooms, and it worked for them. Now, I'm gonna be real with you, they didn't do it for no more than like a couple of months. I know, and you know who you are, and I hope you're tuning in. And if you are, please share that story, because that was actually a lot. And I remember speaking to her, and she was like, that was hard, because you're smelling, all the and it was hard for them. But
could you shack?
They made that. I've never shacked. I'm telling you right now, the only people that I have lived with, okay, have been my husbands, ex-husbands, or my daughter. I've never lived with anybody, and I'm not even talking about a roommate.
She's a beast out here. She's a beast.
I'm a unicorn, baby. I've been saying that since day one. There's only one Nikki. Shetania. The only, I'm being honest. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Because I've never been presented with that either. I mean, people have asked, but I've been on the fence a couple of times. Right. I'm not gonna lie, but I've never done that. And I think it's because it brings it to a whole nother level anyway. And I'm like, all right, well, yeah.
Well, I just threw that out there.
Have you lived with any woman outside of your ex-wife?
No. Have you seen my house? Next topic. Let's go.
Let's go. Okay, so far you guys are good. Now, what was the next topic? Because I did most of that. You can tell me what's the. And I'm sorry, guys, I'm drinking a lot of water.
Yeah, straight to the point. You know, I like to get straight to it. No chaser.
Okay.
Hold the ice and all of that.
Part.
So, I was thinking, I was having conversations with different parents, different couples, if you will, and I've noticed that the conversations that I was having with these couples was all a common denominator. It's all about their children, their kids, and it just question just hit me. You know what I'm saying? Can your kids, your children, cause a division or a divide or a separation in the relationship or marriage? And the reason why I asked that, because I was just doing some thinking, just off of like just discipline alone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh boy, that's a big one.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the husband may have a different tactic of discipline. The wife may have a different tactic.
Correct.
And it can cause
a rift.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, it can.
It can. So I just wanted to put that question out there. That was the subject topic question of this episode. Can these little people?
I call them princes and princesses myself. Yeah.
But
that's a good question.
But I want to read this real quick, and then we can
please.
And we can take it from there. According to one source, it says 67% to 90% of couples report a decline in relationship satisfaction after their baby is born. Okay, so this is a whole different.
Oh wow!
Whole different turn now, because the first we was just talking about the discipline part.
Right.
But now we're talking about, since we're talking about children in general, you know what I mean? This aspect, let me keep reading. Even more shocking, some studies show that at least 1 in 5 couples call it quits within the first 12 months of bringing home a new baby. So, and this is just recent. The source goes out to, let's see, Hello, I can't even. What is it? Hello, postpartum. There we go. Yeah. Okay, it's all together. HelloPostpartum.com. All right. Wow. So that was an eye opener for me, because, like I said, I was just talking about the discipline part. But when I was doing research and I saw that, I did not know that a lot of people were breaking up after their first born. You know what I mean? Or their first child. Yeah. I thought that was the, like we always say, the joy of having your first kid. Yeah, it's a joyful moment.
Well, that's because you're a unicorn.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, I need a better word for a male unicorn. Someone who's just completely different and unique.
God.
You're God sent.
But yeah,
you're God sent. I will actually go a step further and say,
okay.
I mean, I was cheated on by my first husband while I was pregnant. So I had lost, as I told you guys before, a miscarriage. So my daughter is my rainbow baby. Okay. So, meaning like she was the one that came.
Wow.
Wow. I had lost a few children. They're all in heaven, my babies. But I will say that I was extremely excited, because I'm like, wow, okay, I did everything. I mean, I was on bed rest. I was like, okay, I did everything I had to do to make sure this child was. And you would think, we were married years before having her, so before I was pregnant, so you would have thought maybe the joy, like you said, that joyous occasion, but it wasn't. He was out there doing what he wanted to do. I'm not gonna go into detail because maybe I need to have a whole nother vlog like you for the divorce to marriage. Shameless plug. He go to YouTube, of course, on the YouTube channel Live Show TV, you'll see his story. But it was devastating, and I know I'm not alone. I remember actually speaking to one of my OB-GYNs because I had a specialist at one point, and I remember her saying, "This is not uncommon. I hear this all the time that a lot of wives who are pregnant, the husbands cheat." And I was very shocked about that. So I was like, wow, okay. And I just knew once I had her, if we didn't reconcile or whatever, I would think after she was even born, he would have straightened up. He tried, failed. And here we are. So I will say, and I've actually looked at something too, that it says in Psychology Today. It was actually dated September 9th of this year. Within 5 years after the birth of a first child, over 40% of couples usually separate. So that's very, very interesting to me because
I want to take a different turn of that because you was talking about infidelity, and I respect what you were saying, so I don't want to water that down in any sort of way. You know what I'm saying? But the direction I wanted to go into with this is just focusing on
children that's already present.
The children that's already present, and why these couples couples are separating. Could it just be another responsibility?
Well, and that's what I was getting into.
Okay.
I remember asking because I was like, "This is weird." That he had never cheated, and I mean, you can tell. And so it was scary, according to him. It was scary. The thought, it actually played off of a lot of things that he went through as a child, I guess. And so he didn't feel like he was good enough. I'm being honest because his father wasn't really present in his life. So it was a number of things, I think, mentally that he was going through and emotionally. I'm not giving him a pass though, but it was still wrong is wrong. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that was a reason. So that was kind of for that. Now, for the other, I will say also blended family. I mean, I don't know about you because you only had but I've gotten married again, so I had to do the blended family thing, and yeah, that was another reason because disciplinary actions are really, really big. Yeah. Not only disciplinary actions though, Preach. I'm going to go in a little further. Being present, period. Some people think that once you get married, and especially if, it's kind of like a load off of either the woman or the man to say, oh, you can handle that with my child. Some people will say that, but then when it comes time for it, they back off. They're like, no, you're being too harsh. No, you're being too soft. No, you're being so this. Or, hey, okay, look, we have to go to this school event. Oh no, that's you. That's all you. You can go to the school events. Well, how come you're not co-parenting with me? If we're a blended family, we should be able to do this together. Right. Or unless you're working or unless I'm working or something like that, we need to come into this together. Right. Because then you don't want to take over, especially when it's another present, parent present.
Yeah, definitely.
So those are the things that I'm going by my experiences, guys.
Yeah, and my experience is just what you were talking about your first husband, I believe. Saying that his dad wasn't there, but I owned that. Yeah. Because I never met my dad.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying?
So some people use that as a question, whereas you didn't.
I didn't. I took that as, since I never met my dad, since I didn't have too many male father figures, in my life. When I had my children, I made it my duty to not be like him or them. You know what I'm saying? So I just took that responsibility, and I became you know, a great dad, if you will.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Even though other parts suffered, you know, I was a great dad, but at that particular time, a horrible husband. You know what I mean? But to answer this question, man, children are a huge responsibility.
They are.
They're a huge responsibility, no matter what diameter you're looking at it, perspective you're looking at it, as far as, you know, a marriage, or you guys dating, or what you said, a blended family, over the case. It's a huge responsibility.
Yeah,
it's a huge responsibility, and I love what you just said about the whole the whole approach of disciplining, because even with a blended family, like you disciplining your children, and you trying to do that with, you know, the new child, like it looks crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It looks crazy to that other parent, or, you know, the person that you're dating, because they like, nah, I don't discipline my kid like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So in the moment of feelings and emotions, yeah, they'll say, yeah, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, that's your child too. You know what I'm saying? Talk to them, discipline like you do yours. You know what I'm saying? But then when that time comes, you know what I'm saying, it's like they looking at you sideways. You know what I mean? So
I want to interject with that, because from my experience also, every child has their own phase of life, and every child is different. So, for example, my child may be different from your child.
Mm-hmm.
And so, whereas, because especially if you're coming as a blended family, you just have to realize, okay, well, this is how she's been disciplined this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
This is how you've been disciplining your children the whole time. So yes, that takes some work too. And it does take conversations, because now you're talking about, well, whereas this person here, you can look at her, you could raise your voice and she's going to bawl, right? You don't have to do nothing else. If you take away, especially for her, you take away games, you take away something like that, she's crushed. Whereas another child, it may not happen like that. It's like, okay, you can take away everything. That person's still mouthing off, still talking back, still being disrespectful. And it's like, okay, so I see why now you be getting the belt. Like, I'm just saying, not you specifically, but, you know, just making it for an example. So I know also that as children get older and stuff too, certain things may not work. But you're talking about blended family. I'm just mentioning that because I did go with that. And it's so funny, you were talking about, can kids ruin something, or can they really? The divorce rate, with the same article in Psychology Today, divorce rate for second marriages is high at a 65%, usually 73% for third marriages, because of disciplinary actions and dealing with children.
But you know,
so it depends.
But you would have. I can that what you just read, I can guarantee you, because I was getting ready to shout out the people who are dating and is transitioning into a blended family.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that you read that about that divorce rate, because it goes hand in hand to what I'm about to say. I can believe that because some of these marriages, when you're going into it, these children are probably already teenagers. And shout out to the ones that are teenagers. Shout out to the preteens and teenagers, because now you're coming in something that's totally different.
Yeah.
See, it's cute and all when they 3, 4, 5 years old.
Sometimes.
Yeah. But when they're a teenager, it's like, nah, that ain't my daddy. That ain't my that ain't my mommy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, easy.
And some of them not even saying it that, you know, that calm. They like F word, that N word, you know, someone could be like that. and
then I have to take off my earrings. And then I say, oh, wait a minute, you a child. I forgot I can't beat you.
You know?
So then I have to just politely leave the situation alone.
So that should be a question. Like, would you date someone that got teenagers? You know what I'm saying?
That is a good question. What do you guys think about that? I know you're gonna leave it in the comments, but just please, because that's a very good question.
That's a good question, because it's easy. We all would say no to this question right here. Would you date somebody with a newborn? We all gonna say no.
Why?
Oh, well, for man, no, I'm good. Go ahead.
Oh.
The end. Well, I'm sorry, they was born when? In September? They was born in June? Baby, you cute, but not that cute. Bye-bye. Go ahead. I'm sorry. You better call Uber. You better call the Uber.
Can I ask why? Why wouldn't you date a person?
I'm not changing the diapers. I'm done. I'm retired from that. I'm not doing that. No. Who? Dude, you better not get in them comments. I know daggone well you better not get in them comments and say you would date somebody with a newborn. I know y'all lie.
I don't know.
I know you do.
I don't know. Oh, the dudes.
Even the women, we can do that too.
Yeah, because
it should be more y'all saying no than anything.
Can I be real? You know what? And I told this to this one guy that I was dating.
A newborn.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. He had the little boy had just turned 2. And
he just turned 2?
He had just turned 2. And I was like, you know what got me? I was like, okay, I'm like, yeah. But I didn't
see you're a hopeless, what they call it?
Hopeless romantic?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am, but I'm not, because I looked at my age. I'm like, look, you know what? I'm tired. And I hate to say it like this too. A lot of us women out there, I know you guys are there because we have a lot of women that tune in as well. But for me, I've been a full-time single mom. People don't understand what that means. I'm only saying single mom instead of single parent right now because I'm talking about me, okay? I've been a full-time one. I'm tired. So you might have a point there. I don't know how I want to deal with that because I'm tired.
I'm cutting you off. I'm cutting you off at the phone call. As soon as we on the phone and I'm talking to you and I hear I'll be like, oh, I gotta call you back. Somebody on the other line. Oh, somebody on the line. Who's on the other line? Oh, that's Jesus calling me. He's calling me home. Sorry, you know. No.
You got to do all that just to tell her no, you're not interested.
Listen, I broke up with a girl while I was eating a bowl of cereal. So yeah, I was eating Fruity Pebbles. I'll never forget it.
Why did you break up with the girl when you were eating the Fruity Pebbles?
Because I figured out we wasn't evenly yoked.
I can't with you.
Yeah. I told you off air. I broke up with a girl.
He did.
I dated a girl for what, 2 minutes? 20 minutes, something like that. Yeah.
You know what? And that's not nice. Yeah. That girl probably was all excited, and then he gonna sit here and date oh yeah, we can go out and stuff. Can I use your phone to call somebody? And then that's when it was over. That's wrong. You know, you're not very nice.
So that was back when I was in high school. That wasn't like now, like, you know what I mean? But yeah. The cereal breakup, that happened when I was in college. Like, yeah.
But why? Why did you break up with her over cereal?
No, I didn't break up with her because of cereal. I was eating a bowl of cereal on Saturday morning while I was watching cartoons.
How long were you guys dating?
That was my longest.
So how you date someone for a while?
I dated her. We dated longer than my marriage. Wow.
I'm not dating somebody for years. Wow. Okay, let me set this up now. I'm not gonna be dating someone for years and years too. That's just not me. I'm not doing it. Don't ask me. I don't see no point to it.
See, college shit. I was
college.
I was naive to another. You know, I'm not go ahead.
So, but what made you break up with her then? How you just all of a sudden?
I said we wasn't even yoked. You know what I mean?
How long? Some years? You just
how long we was dating?
Yes. You just figured that out over a bowl of cereal.
You know what? That was about 5 years.
I don't think this is gonna work. How do you do that to somebody?
I don't know. But that was 2005. I was just saying that's when those John and Eastside Boys told me
that was a good year.
Nothing in life is free, especially not me. That's when they told me that.
Something is wrong with you.
That was my song. Y'all couldn't tell me that was a banger, man. I was in my Jeep Cherokee blasting that song. Nothing in life is free. Oh man, listen, y'all go ahead. Go ahead, take it. I'm about to take the show off the rails.
Yeah, you are. And then I hate that you are sitting up here blushing and thinking and reminiscing.
Because that was a good time, man.
It was a good time. Okay.
College was a good time.
College was a very good time. 2005 was a very good, what?
Said not my freshman year, but go ahead.
Oh, not your freshman year?
I failed my freshman year. Yeah.
Oh, you were partying. You were having big fun.
You can say that.
You were having big fun with the ratchet.
I don't drink or smoke.
You having big fun with the ratchet.
Yeah. Boy, if there was a scholarship to hell, my signature would have been on it. Yeah. It was rough. College was... Listen, everybody know... Well, it's more than the Red Cup. But in the Red Cup... The Red Cup back then...
Oh, yeah, everybody knew what that
meant. For a lot of y'all...
Everybody knew what that meant.
You already...
Come on now. There are some 50, 60-somethings that watch us and know about the Red Cup. Mm-hmm. And they've been a part of that Red Cup. Don't y'all sit up here and judge nobody because he's talking about how he would have had a scholarship to hell. That's really bad, by the way. That's really bad, by the way.
Yeah, we're about to close the show real quick. No. Because I got this question. And okay. And I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way.
Oh Lord, let me leave.
But y'all know me, and I'm gonna ask the question.
No.
Y'all know I'm gonna ask the question. Since marriage, you're free to do whatever it is you want to do.
I don't like what.
I know what's about to happen, right? Here we go. And everything is between you and your spouse in the bedroom.
I don't know why I'm starting to get like butterflies in my stomach.
I'm going to ask the question.
Oh gosh.
Because somebody brought this question to me.
Okay.
And I said,
You said,
right. Is having a threesome a sin?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. You're asking them.
I'm
You said
because for some people that would be considered, I mean, under laws, if we're being honest, that's outside of the marriage.
It's adultery.
Okay.
If you're married and you're bringing,
the person that asked the question is watching now.
And, okay.
Yeah, so
you know what's so funny? I don't want everybody to think I'm not this holier than thou person, by the way, okay? I'm always growing in my walk, okay?
Amen.
I'm not picture perfect. I don't ever try to be. I'm not claiming to be.
How is it adultery, though? If this is something that husband and wife...
Yeah, but you're... Okay, you just said the magic words. Husband and wife. Mm-hmm. Now you're bringing someone else into that whole situation.
The bed's on the file. But go ahead.
I'm just saying.
Okay. I mean, I agree with you. I just wanted it to, be elaborated a lot more, because
but again, a lot of people gonna turn the cheek on what they want to turn the cheek on, like I said earlier. They're gonna do what they want to do.
Fact.
And I'm gonna tell you something. That's up to you and the Almighty above. Because when it comes time for all that, and he want to go ahead and go through the book or whatever, that's on you. You do what you want to do. First of all, for me though, that's an absolute no. I can't share my guy. Period.
Oh wow.
Don't nobody ask me, because I've had people to ask me. I told you guys this season 1. I've had men to ask me, women to ask me, married couples to ask me, swinging all of that.
Sweet. Whoa.
Swing, yeah.
Swing low, sweet chair.
I am not that person. Don't ask me. Don't come my way. Don't say, oh, you're kind of cute. No, absolutely not. I'm not the person to share. And when I'm in my relationship, I'm not sharing. Let that be also something else. Okay? If you guys see and you guys know, you know. If you see my guy and everything at an event and all that, you know that I'm present, Please speak and be respectful. Respect. I don't do sharing, and I sure don't do disrespect. I said what I said. I'm done. You done?
Oh,
I'm done. And you know who you, let me tell you something.
Oh, God.
And y'all know who you are. Don't come at events and all this other stuff.
Oh,
and we've been dating and you know this and still want to be, you know what I'm saying, disrespectful. I'm not. I am a very cordial and classy woman, but you are not going to disrespect me. Period. Period. I don't do well with disrespect. I'm very quiet, but that does not mean I don't have a voice. Don't disrespect my relationship or me.
Right? You sound like Bonnie. Don't disrespect. We go. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Go ahead, continue.
That's all I have to say.
Mm.
I'm very nice though. They don't call me Sunshine for that.
Producer, play the music, but we got. Woo. If there will be a next week, we haven't been canceled.
Oh, I didn't say any names, but they know who they are, and you know.
Hey, yo, we listen.
And out. You know that I know that you know, and don't think that I don't know, because I know, and you know.
Love you guys. See you next time.